Welcome, everyone, to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Warriors, Steph Curry's out there with Iguodala. And inside, Anderson Varejao, the big Brazilian, a terrific rebounder and defender. Always brings great energy. And it's Durant, and it's West in at the foursome. And then for the Chicago Bulls, Rajon Rondo is out there with Dwayne Wade. And playing at the center position, one of the Lopez twins out of Stanford, 7-foot banger, Robin Lopez. Then it's Dang, and it's Stoudemire in at the 4 spot.
Hey, people had no idea, guys, how the Bulls were going to do last season dealing with the Rose injury, but they showed very quickly that they're going to be a team in the hunt, and they were still going to be hard to beat at home.
And back to the Bulls at the United Center that Clark was just mentioning, 24-17 here in this building a year ago. And even though, Steve, they didn't have a lot of high-flying highlights here, they knew how to close out games.
Well, they defend, and that's the main thing. If you want to finish and close out games, you have to be able to defend and rebound. And that's what Tom Thibodeau's teams are always all about, and this year is no exception.
Now here's Durant. 6 to shoot. Iguodala against Wade. Iguodala, no good.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
No good from Wade.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
You know, if you just look at the numbers without knowing who Dwayne Wade was, you'd think he was probably 6'7" or 6'8", but the way he blocks shots and rebounds, even at 6'4", he just plays much bigger than he really is.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Look from Dang. And that one goes long. And you go back, Clark, to that big man game for Wade, averaging about a block shot a game for his career.
Well, you think about it, he's 6'5", but he actually has a 6'11" wingspan, and you're not going to find a stronger guy at the shooting guard position. He's over 220 pounds, and there's nothing extra there, so he brings a lot to the table.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Iguodala's running, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Rondo gets the bucket.
How about that going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
Curry against Rondo. West right side. He dishes it to Durant. Not enough on that one as it misses.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 4. From the United Center in Chicago, back. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Britt. Doris, over to you.
Gentlemen, for Kevin Durant, last season probably his best yet. Among other things, he increased his assists while limiting his turnovers. Durant said, "It's just a matter of being patient and waiting for the play to develop, whether finding my teammate or finding a shot for myself." Guys, he said the game is slowing down for him, and he understands that to win it all, he has to get the best out of his teammates. He can't do it by himself.
Well, you have to like that focus on the team first. Thanks, Doris.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition. Well, this Warriors ownership group has really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They purchased the D-League team from Dakota with plans to move them to Santa Cruz, about an hour south of Oakland. And in order to accommodate the team's home games, they built a new 3,000-seat arena in a matter of months.
The drive by Rondo. Leads him in there. Here's Gibson. It's good. This game is uneven. 51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been named, have been a hit. You know, Clark leading the D-League in revenue, making the D-League finals last season.
And you know, with all of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube, the exposure for players in the D-League is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliate so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
The question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
Butler against Durant. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
The fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
Knocked away. Rondo passes to Clark. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Bazemore. That's good.
Good defense, but gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. From deep three-point range. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Warriors ahead. They lead by a bucket. Stay right where you are for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll see you in just a bit for the start of the second half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome, fans. We've got a close game going on out in Chicago. For the Warriors, a tight battle against the Chicago Bulls. They've done a great job closing out their defensive possessions, grabbing boards, great rebounding. Kevin Durant has stood out in the early going, and they love the output they've gotten from Anderson Varejao, too. The Bulls getting after it as well. Offensively, they're all over the court. The fans love this tempo of basketball. Rajon Rondo is the leading scorer. When a player does what he has, score more than 50% of his team points in one half, you wonder if he'll have anything left. And that'll be it for us here. Thanks so much for joining me. Now it's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. We hope to see you around next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
A view here from below, a statue of the transcendent Michael Jordan, the all-time great Chicago Bull.
Well, you look at the turnaround last season for Golden State. A lot of it has to do with the steadying presence of Jarrett Jack and Carl Landry off the bench. Both players brought a toughness and a level of competitiveness that was maybe missing from the Warriors the year before.
Stoudemire kicks to Wade. Can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way. It's Durant on the wing. Iguodala outside. Feeds to Kerr. Back to Iguodala. Lopez with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Gentlemen, this summer the Bulls broke ground on a new 60,000 square foot practice facility situated just east of the United Center. Starting next season, it will replace the 12-year-old Berto Center a half hour away in Deerfield, Illinois. The Bulls coming back downtown and doing it in style, in a state-of-the-art building with all the amenities, including a rooftop green terrace. Kevin?
Pretty impressive, Doris. Thanks. The Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, they were a fairly decent free throw shooting team a year ago, Kevin, about 77% from the line.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. And there's the pass to Varejao. Outside Curry. Clock at 4. Golden State needs to get off a shot. It's stolen by Stoudemire.
You know, with the time left, they can trade 2 for 1 here.
If they hurry.
Lopez, a screen on Varejao. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Dang. Dishes it to Stoudemire. Pass to Rondo. Second chance shot. And it's Curry with the rebound. The feed now to West. Varejao dishes to Curry. Thompson inside the line. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. 3/4 of play in a close game here. Warriors lead by 1. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And it's the Warriors with the ball. It's a 1-point game. Curry passes to Iguodala. Back to Curry. Outside Curry. Shot is off. And it's Chicago the other way. Now here's Wade. Rondo kicks to Wade to take the lead. It's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Wade's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Chicago. The Warriors shooting for the game at 42%. Curry dishes to Varejao. Passes it to Durant. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Wade's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Outside Rondo. Back to Wade. Into Stoudemire. And he drops him a layup off the glass. And now it's a 3-point Chicago lead.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear. That is a clutch shot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, very gutsy there. What more can you say? He got it done at the best time.
Knocked away! The drive by Rondo. Boozer buries it.
We're seeing the blazing hot version of Boozer.
Lot is on the line here.
How about the intensity and focus of the crowd here?
So loud in this place. Iguodala. Wade is covered. Iguodala kicks to Curry. Here's Varejao. Count!
That's a nice finish for the big fella there. I mean, he used his length very well under the basket.
There may be more athletic players around the league, but Steve, not many bigger ones.
And I'll tell you what, Kevin, I'd like to see him even take advantage of that size more often on the offensive end. You know, be more aggressive.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Chicago. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Perfect time to be perfect at the line. Now only a 3 can tie it.
Here's Curry. Launches it. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play.
Yeah, the crowd's been hoping for something to cheer for, but nothing.
Here's Wade. It falls!
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Outside Durant.
Wow.
I do not believe my eyes. How in the world can the game end on a shot like that?
I tell you what, nothing's going to top that. Now I've seen it all.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.